Knock your dad don't know $1. Woo wop little fat ass need to get on a treadmill ASAP. Do it for Halo.
What? Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, bro. This is these people. All right, look. Well, since you're doing that, watch.
Knock your dad don't know $1.
How old do you have to be before the internet decides your body is up for discussion? In an era where influencers are born before they can read, Woo Wop has stood out as one of the youngest viral personalities of the digital age. With millions of views, catchy music, and an infectious personality, the 9-year-old has built a significant online presence under the guidance of his family, particularly his uncle, YouTuber, and rapper DDG. But beneath the catchy hooks and comedic clips lies a painful reality. Woo Wop is still a child navigating an adult world, one that can be incredibly cruel. During a recent Twitch live stream, Woo Wop received a donation accompanied by a fatphobic message. During the recent Twitch live stream, the comment, disguised as a playful jab, left him visibly upset. He began to cry, overwhelmed by the sting of public humiliation, and instead of being met with comfort or protection, his father laughed along on camera. Woo Wop does appear to be a sensitive child, one who cries more openly than some might expect, but he is still a child. All children are learning to manage their emotions, and that learning should be guided with patience and care, not mocked for views. Woo Wop is still growing. His body, like his mind, is changing. Like many children, he may lose weight as he gets older, but that's not the point. The real issue is that in this moment, his father was not the safe space he needed. A parent, especially in such a public and vulnerable situation, should be a source of security, not a spectator to his pain. Children remember who defended them when they were hurting just as much as they remember who laughed. What's worse is that this moment didn't unfold in private. It played out in real time before thousands of viewers, then was reposted across social media platforms for further consumption. In many cases, his tears became meme material. The cruelty didn't come only from the original comment. It came from a digital culture that treats Black boys' pain as entertainment. Fatphobia was central to the attack, and it's part of a larger and deeply harmful social pattern. As the Harvard School of Public Health notes, weight discrimination, aka fatphobia or weight stigma, is the unjust experience of being treated unfairly because of one's body size and or how much a person weighs. Teasing or bullying someone for their weight is just one aspect of weight discrimination, which also includes receiving worse health care, being less likely to be hired for jobs, and being subjected to harmful media stereotypes. The fact that this stigma is already being projected onto a 9-year-old child on a public live stream, no less, speaks to how deeply normalized it has become. A 2022 study titled Weight Concerns in Black Youth adds on an even more specific layer. Boys experience pressure to conform to muscular ideals, and yet muscularity is not a primary role for boys and men, nor is it considered essential for masculinity. This contradiction leaves many boys, especially Black boys, vulnerable to ridicule when they don't fit narrow and often conflicting beauty standards. Woo Wop is already being subjected to these expectations before even hitting puberty. And when you factor in race, the scrutiny intensifies. Black boys are often stripped of their innocence and media narratives. They're perceived as older, tougher, more resilient, and therefore less deserving of protection or empathy. Would the response have been different if Woo Wop were white? If he were a girl, if he weren't part of a monetized social media empire? This isn't just about one child being teased, it's about the ecosystem that allowed it to happen.
If I'm a kid and a stranger tells a joke about me and my father laughs with them and moves on like it's nothing, and it could have possibly been a joke, or the comment could have been something like, "You're fat," and it might be something I already think about myself maybe, or something I've been told before, I would never trust my dad to protect me ever again. I would never look to you for trust, especially in that impressionable age where it shapes how I view the world and how I view you. What? There are very few things that feel crazier or hurt worse as a kid than somebody you trust, a family member, a close person, pointing at you and laughing with the ops or with a stranger. The feeling of abandonment and like resentment you probably develop, that doesn't go away. And y'all can say it's not that deep if y'all want to, but them little moments, even if it's not just that moment alone, that's probably not going to be the only moment that something like that happens and it builds up into this resentment. You get what I'm saying? And I don't wish that on nobody's father-son relationship or relative relationship of any kind, but that type of stuff is what builds that. The only people we can depend on truly to protect us and love us no matter what are our parents. Yeah, we can depend on other people, but at the end of the day, most people know for a fact that if don't nobody else love them and protect them, their parents will. So if your parent points at you and laughs at you with somebody else, that cuts deep. That's not even if he wasn't really, even if y'all saying he was fake crying, he forced himself to cry, you will be a fool to think that he did not feel some type of way because of that. And then on top of that, you telling them to be quiet, to stop that, like you immediately shut him down. He's showing you in real time that that's not cool with him and that's rubbing him the wrong way, and you immediately shut it down. That's the type of stuff that runs rampant in the black community, especially from the previous generation, that causes a lot of black men to have all this pent up emotion and not know how to love other people and care about other people sometimes, particularly in relationships. They be having these walls up and be stone cold. And obviously that's not everybody. That's not everybody's story. But it has been seen one too many times that men that are raised like this, raised to not feel, to just mask all their emotions, that shit gets bottled up and they have mental health issues. Hence the entire black mental health movement, the entire men's mental health movement. It's an issue. This is an example of the issue.
And to DDG's brother, Nub, what was the nigga's name? Dub. I want you to know that I have lint between my toes that I respect more than you, nigga. For you to have your son up there and to be taking gifts so people can sit there and disrespect your child in your face is crazy as fuck. And for you to be the same nigga who is a send-off, we have really lost the ways. Y'all be so worried about who gonna be the boys, who gonna be the boys. Bitch, who gonna be the gangsters? Huh? Because, bitch, you're a send-off because when they was talking shit about your brother at the people's place, you ran off and hit somebody. Ran off and hit somebody with that lineup. Now, mind you, what is even more crazy to me is where's the mother of your child? Because you would never have access to my child. You have this baby on live stream. People are donating. And then the way it's set up is that when someone types something that's negative towards your son, it speaks the comment out. It's one thing as someone who reads negative comments about myself every day. It's one thing to read something that someone says about you that's negative. You know what? You can invest, you can divest, you can kind of brush it off. But to hear somebody call you a fat ass and you're a child, and then this baby starts crying, and then you look at him with your slow ass and talking about don't cry. Don't cry, nigga. Don't put me in a position to where people are able to talk about me and disrespect me. And that was a $1 donation. Now, if Nub, if you took your ass over there on OnlyFans and you was letting people kink shame and they was paying $20 a piece, I could understand it. But for $1, you let somebody talk about your child like they wasn't shit. Is that what we're doing? That's what we doing, Primp? That's how we feeling? And who are the weird ass niggas getting online paying $1 to talk down on a black child in front of their parent? What part of the game is this? This streaming shit is weird. We need some executive orders because niggas are wild as fuck over there. And y'all think we gonna let our nephew Halo be over there playing with DDG like that? Why ain't your mama mad about this? First of all, Dub, you look a fucking fool. I hate dusty ass. Every time somebody gets on, they have a dusty ass sibling. that comes behind them and think that they are supposed to have the same sort of experience. And I name that because I'm gonna get to Ray J. I just have to pray on how I want to address Ray J. But you're a bum. You're a bum ass nigga. And I watched a video where your son pretty much said you were a bum ass nigga, but in a nice way. He said, I used to look up to you. I used to want to be you. I don't want to anymore. If you don't go in the bathroom and wash your face and go out and apply for a job and motherfucking be a shift manager at McDonald's and get your self-respect back and stop fucking playing with these people, you letting people call your son a bag of bitches for 6 pence and a pocket full of rye?
I watched the video of Dust Mite Dub telling his son WOP to toughen up after being bullied online. Mind you, instead of saying, son, I'll never put you in a position again where I am opening the door for someone to come in and hurt you deliberately, he says instead, I don't want no sissy son. And then I'm watching a video of this girl who's crying because she is with a grown man who is not emotionally intelligent. And this is what happens to young men like WOP. This is what's going to happen. He is going to grow up and he's not going to know how to function emotionally in a relationship, because anytime that he cries, he is going to worry or fear being talked down to, talked bad about, told he's a sissy, he's a punk, told he's weak, all because he's an empath.
The little boy, WOP or whatever, crying about people telling him on the chat that he need to get his fat ass on the treadmill is why I keep saying y'all need to keep kids off the internet. His dad laughing at them saying he need to get his fat ass on the treadmill is why I keep saying y'all need to keep kids off the internet. Him saying his body is adjusting or something like that, so instead of him getting taller, he gonna get wider or whatever the fuck. Whatever. He's a kid. Is why I say y'all should keep kids off the internet. Little kids, because you never know, like, what people feel about your kids. You know, little kids, predators, okay? Older kids, because they are cognizant of what's being said about them. And it's one thing if they go into school and people in person is talking about them, because, you know, whatever, shit happens. You gotta, you know, learn and grow. People gonna talk about you no matter what. But the internet is like, as adults, we can't even navigate the internet. You got people on the internet fucking crying all the time about what the comments are saying about them. Me, myself, can only imagine me as a 9-year-old listening to people talking about me and how that would make me feel. Like, it's keep the fucking kids off the internet. Like, that's it. They're not gonna do that. They're not.
One child being teased, it's about the ecosystem that allowed it to happen, celebrated it, and turned it into content. Platforms like Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube reward engagement over empathy. A child's pain, if viral enough, becomes part of the business model. DDG later came to his nephew's defense, addressing the hateful comment and standing up for WOP.
Darius caught a stray for nothing. But I did see that clip. Somebody lame as hell had to be a kid. If you're a grown person, you're sick. I did see a clip and y'all made WOP cry. Now, WOP been famous and lit since he was 2. But yeah, nah, WOP is a kid. He's 9, guys. Like, when I was 9, when you're 9 years old, like, whatever WOP weight is, whatever he look like, if he got a belly, it don't matter. He's 9, bro. All he got to do is get taller. Like, he ain't even got to work out if he don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But y'all want to try to make fun of a 9-year-old that's going to be generations already way more successful than you. I'm not saying y'all like talking about y'all. I'm talking like for the sake of the clip. I'm talking about the people. People be forgetting that WOP is just a kid, bro. He's not a grown man. And then y'all get on there and y'all get to doing the TTS or talking crazy, saying this and that. But y'all don't understand that he's a kid, bro. And I'm tired of people doing that. People keep treating him like he a grown man. Talk that shit to us, not to a kid, bro.
But even well-intentioned reactions come after the fact. The fact is, his father didn't speak up for him, and DDG should have had a conversation with him as the man. The damage is often already done. And unfortunately, it isn't the first time Woo Wop's emotional vulnerability has gone viral. Children should never have to toughen up to survive the spotlight we put them in. The question isn't whether Woo Wop is too sensitive, it's whether we become too desensitized to a child's pain. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below, and thank you so much for listening to Books and Looks TV. I'll see y'all next time.